Hello guys, we are back doing our playthrough the Starcraft 1 campaign. We got about halfway through the Terran first campaign.
I believe
Starcraft 1. So we're going to be continuing to do that, and
a couple corrections I'm going to make to my little lore drop that I did at the beginning of the last episode. I didn't talk about the Dark Templar, which I'm going to educate you on right now. They exist. Remember the Protoss had like the big Aeon of Strife after the Zelmaga left.
Right.
Their whole kind of communal little empathy thing was breaking down. They stopped using it. They fractured into tribes and fought each other. And that all came back together by a visionary who kind of tapped back into this primordial communication, empathy that they could do, and thought up this thing called the Kala, which is this, I call it the Eightfold Path, which is wrong. That's Buddhism.
Or Warhammer.
Or 40k, World Eaters. No, they call it the Path to Ascension, which is just kind of a pseudo-religious way of being super disciplined about the way that you thought, and something that everyone could gather around and become one in. There are people that didn't want to do that, and they were the Dark Templar.
I see.
So there are tribes that didn't want to come, and they thought they didn't want to sacrifice their individualism. They held personal freedom and individuality very highly, and didn't want to become part of this big communion. Actually, the way it's written, the ruling, remember there's 3 castes to Protoss society, and the rulers, the adjudicators, sent the Templar, the warriors, to actually execute these other tribes.
Interesting.
And you actually might hear it in this game, but a really famous name that you won't have to remember, but the Protoss reference is Adun. He was the leader of the Templar at the time, and he didn't have the heart to kill the Protoss. The other, he didn't want to. There'd been enough bloodshed. He didn't want to kill more Protoss, so he exiled them instead from Ire. And the Conclave was pissed. The Adjudicators were angry, and they couldn't do anything because he was like, "I'm the lead of the military, so I'm the person who would punish people." So.
Right.
But yeah, so the Dark Templar got sent away, and they are kind of known. They're super shunned by current Protoss society, but they've never lost their love for their homeworld, and hope to one day will be able to come back. They're kind of viewed as mystics.
Okay.
Something like gypsies almost.
Yeah. Right. Interesting.
Vagabonds.
So this is an ignorant question, but what about just the regular Templars?
The regular ones?
Yeah.
What about them?
How do they fit into this?
That's the military caste. The Templar are just all of the military people.
The Dark Templar are those who were exiled from the military caste.
No, they weren't. Yeah, no, actually,
No.
all exiled. They weren't part of the caste system at all.
They were just exiled.
Yes, it's unclear why they have the name Templar with them. It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they like I said, weren't part of the castes at all. That was just the name that Blizzard picked because it sounded probably really cool.
Yeah, and they do have they are a good military unit.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Yes.
Considering
They
it isn't
fight
just
well.
like some random,
equivalent
of an old lady who was
Yeah,
exiled,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess the idea being that being exiles and outcasts, that the whole society had to form up into some sort of, all of them had to, you didn't just have the normal working class, right? You had all of them had to be hunters and magicians of some type.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Any other corrections you want to make, or
Nope.
things you want to tip us off to before we start?
Not even a little bit.
All right, let's just
go.
do it then. Jump in.
Woohoo! We are in.
Oh, this is not the right screen. There we go.
Woohoo!
Now we're in
We are.
original. No,
Yep.
we're not a Bird War yet. That would be.
Nope.
That'll be so.
Terran. So we just saw, remember, General Duke, who is a Confederate general who's been a complete tool bag to us.
General Duke.
Yep, Duke.
That's a great one.
General Duke.
Is he a Duke or a general?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
A little bit of both.
He and his ship, the NORAD 2, just got. Well, there we go.
It appears that the Confederates are in a
I'm actually gonna
state of
switch.
panic about the
I like these faces so much more for the voices.
A high number of Confederate transmissions going back and forth.
We actually watched this at the end of last episode.
That's fine. Give him some context.
Most of the transmissions are heavily coded. But wait, here's something.
There's a General Duke calling from Alpha Squadron flagship NORAD 2. We've crash landed and are being hit hard by the Zerg. Request immediate backup from anyone receiving this signal. Repeat, this is a priority 1 distress call.
Zerg? Here? Serves them right.
Click back into it.
About time they got a taste of what it's like to be in there mixing it up.
Jim, I want you to move in and save that base.
I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
Arcturus, have you lost your mind?
Listen, I know Duke's a cold-hearted bastard, but an entire colony shouldn't have to suffer for that.
Could we just save him and not Duke then?
Confederate general could prove to be a powerful ally. This is an opportunity we cannot miss.
I don't like this at all.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm asking you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's get this over with.
Do it.
Kerrigan's supposed to be like a super spy, military elite assassin, and she sounds like a pouty child.
Yeah, I know. She just kind of rolls
Yes,
over.
sir.
Okay.
Fine.
I guess. Yeah, that does seem a little odd to me as like a rating choice. Okay, so we're all clear on what's happening here. We're going in to try to save this abandoned colony, or will soon be abandoned.
No, we're getting Duke.
Oh, we're getting Duke?
Yeah!
Dang it! Wait, I thought
That's why she didn't like it. That's why Jim and
Wait, I thought we were gonna go save the colony.
No, I think Mensk was using that as a. Do you want to rewatch it? We're not even touching the colony in this mission. He said a whole colony shouldn't have to suffer because the general got downed, but he doesn't say anything about the colony. He says, I think he's using that as just a rhetoric to get us to save. Then he says, plus a Confederate general will be a powerful ally.
Right, no, I get that. I thought we were helping his colony.
No.
Okay.
No, his
we're
ship.
not.
I mean,
No, we're gonna go get him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Just
Thank you
him.
for clarifying. That's why we have you here.
Woo!
Let's go into HD.
I actually didn't catch that one either.
What?
Maybe movement will help a lot.
The transition?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's subtle.
It does look a lot better.
Yeah, the buildings.
The buildings and scenery and effects. And I think movement will look a lot better
Do
too.
we have an SUV?
Yeah, you have two. Or just one. So again, just to get us back into our discussion from the last week a little bit, everything in the update, even the HD version here, in the same game is so much nicer. Everyone looks more pleasant.
Yes.
Obviously the voices are the same, the story's gonna be the same, but I'll be interested too to see those little graphics that we showed. Normally in the normal game, it's just text, and in the HD version, it'll have little kind of comic book pictures that go along with the text. That's slightly animated in between missions.
Okay, can we take advantage of these guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can oh, they're mine.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You got this whole base.
That's nice.
You just gotta get close to stuff, and it'll turn into yours.
I got you. Okay, so
I don't know whose base this was. Whose base was
Not
this?
enough minerals.
Okay, so you gotta go mod the start with this.
Go back over there.
Ship won't last
Oh.
long against those Zergs.
So that's Duke.
Okay.
So we gotta get over there.
It's gonna involve a teleporter for.
No, that's not a teleporter. That's just a place we have to get to.
Oh, interesting.
So we can't control this.
What?
We can't control Duke's
Yeah,
forces.
clearly.
So obviously you're gonna want to be repairing.
Yeah, do I have an
And
SUV?
you do.
I do.
And I believe. Can you before that go back and
This is tough.
put dudes into the bunkers?
I will once it's full. Alright.
Well, it doesn't have to be full to do it.
Alright, and then you. Repair this.
Go ahead,
Put you in there.
You can't put
That's
Goliaths
fine.
in.
Whoever wants to go. Can
Just
go.
the Marines. It's fine.
Okay.
And then can you repair the NORAD? You can.
You can.
Now it costs you minerals.
Insufficient.
Oh,
for
and gas.
Ah, okay. So that means first we really need to get more
Yeah.
miners. All right.
But you have another SCV right there, so put him on mining duty.
Orders received.
And I'd
Command boy.
Good to go, sir.
remember last mission was our introduction to dropships on Antigua
Oh,
Prime.
here we go.
Yeah, so do not go in there.
No, I'm not going in there. Just getting the sense of things.
Use attack mode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A left click.
Okay, we're done. We're done with that. We're done with that.
So Goliaths, your new unit, are they can attack land and air. They have a missile launcher to shoot clustered air units, and then have a better machine gun on the ground.
Okay.
And they're built from the factory.
Go ahead.
And I do not believe you need a machine shop for those.
SCV good to go, sir.
Checked up and good to go. Go ahead.
Let's just set up some defense against this.
Reporting for duty.
And we're gonna
Not enough
in a
minerals.
second we're gonna
Right
build
away, sir.
I focus on minerals right now.
that mineral flow.
Yep, your first priority is just get enough troops out to be defending against attacks. And the easiest and cheapest way to do that is just get Marines out. Marines only cost
SCV good to go, sir.
minerals.
Your forces are under attack.
I think we stopped him.
Orders, Captain.
So this.
That will require gas to repair,
Insufficient Vespene gas.
but that's not in horrible danger.
I read you.
Ominous, Greg.
Hmm.
It's not in danger yet.
I actually don't really remember how many attacks.
Jedi yet.
Did I move that engineering bay too? It's right far forward. You can if you want to. Just lift it off and then
Go, sir.
utilize the Terran building mechanic at
Base
least.
repositioning yet?
Huh?
You said they're base repositioning
Yeah.
mechanic?
Yep.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Actually, do.
Why is he?
Where are you going?
Well, he is
I guess this is the
rallied down there.
for this.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just reset it. Although we did change the original campaign, so I wonder if those comic book things aren't going to happen now that we changed that option.
Vespene gas.
Comic book things?
You know, the in between. Remember how those
Oh,
were
yeah,
animated?
yeah.
Because we originally thought those might have been added after the fact, and they were going to be retconning a bunch of stuff because Starcraft 1 and 2's lore is significantly different.
Right.
By the way, as I'm talking, I'm always going to be speaking from the lore standpoint of just Starcraft 1.
Right.
So as of now, the only things that we as viewers know is the Starcraft booklet, which is available for free,
Not enough
as well as what's
minerals.
happened in the game. And that's what I obviously have more knowledge, but I am only speaking in character.
Choosing to limit yourself.
Well, I think it's important to get a good sense of what the lore was.
Wow.
Two Zerglings really killed that fast, didn't they? Oh, did we turn speed all the way up, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I think it's probably still
You want to leave it?
Yeah, for now.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So I would leave some units down there.
Yeah, we're gonna send some Marines into that bunker. Should be good.
That won't cover that whole area.
You won't cover that.
It's true.
Reporting for
Also, you lost your
You want a piece of me?
missile turret, so
So you might want to build that again. Be nice being a backseat driver, isn't it?
sorry. You want me to stop?
No, you're good. I need all the help I can get. Where'd my SCV go? Oh, they're all mine.
orders, Captain.
See, I told you I need all the help I can get.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Alright, yeah, you guys.
Standing by.
You want a bunker like yourish.
Oh, this one about there. Oh, you want
No,
another?
yeah,
You want a third
that
one?
won't cover.
Checked up and good to go.
If you want, I mean, up to you.
We'll get there, Greg.
Not enough
So,
minerals.
Ah, you suck.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
Build the thing.
bunkers are nice in that,
Job finished.
I mean, obviously they
Not enough minerals.
Piece of me,
Get me some more minerals.
to do that. You gotta keep on building SCVs. Never enough.
Not enough minerals.
Well, he's repairing this. He's using the gas. We're already at 600.
you want a piece of me, boy?
I would move, redeploy your forces over by NORAD too.
Job finished.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Because you have the bunkers covering one side, but all your units are on that side too, and the Zerglings can come from other areas. So you can just move the units that aren't in the bunkers over there.
Not enough minerals.
See how the lower approach is where they came from last time, so you can just move them up a little
They,
bit.
they come from. Oh, I see. What do you mean lower?
They came down here last time, didn't they? No? Okay, never mind. Just stay there. Make sure you don't lose.
Orders, Captain.
See, oh, you can repair your Goliaths too.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you can keep everything repaired.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Orders received.
Which I always love. I'm not a good RTS player. I'm really not. I'm a fine campaign player, but I love keeping everything at full health and everything perfect at full energy and like basically just city building until I have to kill everything, which is not the way you're supposed to most of the time play them.
Yeah, it's supposed to be much more about sort of expansion and not control.
Yeah, being chaotic and not really losing units instead of like I always like felt bad when my units died, you know.
Right.
Got an idle SCV there.
Where?
Mineral patch.
Yes, sir.
I actually find it helpful to not put them near the mineral patch because that way you can actually see.
Which ones are idle?
Yeah, so just put it next to the command center because then it's very obvious that there's an idle one. If you can't get the rally to work on, which, like I said, I feel like we've got that to work once or twice.
Yeah, it seems to be a finicky at least.
That's best. Yeah.
Alright.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, it seems fine. Do some research.
Pop goes the weasels. Yep. Upgrade started because even on high speed, those take for freaking ever. And now you can begin. Now you got the base secure. You can just begin building up a force to move on.
There's nothing over here, right? We established that.
Good to go, sir.
There is. I couldn't find. I'm actually gonna look this up because that looks like they're spitting acid at you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Come on.
Oh.
That's too bad.
Hydralisks are better than Marines. They're also more expensive, and they can shoot air.
I had more upgrades.
Yeah, that is actually most of the time how this game works. So like I said, it's kind of, I don't know, it depends on how we want to play too. You can build whatever you want. You can pretty much beat any mission with just building mass marines, I think.
Right, exactly.
Which is like kind of boring, right?
Right.
So if you
That's
want
why I said
to...
to repair this battle cruiser, which is fully operational. This is not fully operational.
Not quite. You repair your Goliaths too?
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Cool.
Coke, now it's fully operational. That did
Yay.
nothing. Yeah. All right.
So you could go factory if you want. Use vultures and...
freaking
good,
missile turret right here.
It's gonna go. You can go factory and build vultures and Goliaths.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Advanced.
Factory. How do I get out of it? There we go.
Oh, you got starports too. Yeah, you'll need those eventually to drop ship stuff in. Yeah, primary attack is needle spines. Fascinating.
Job's finished.
Snake-like hydralisks house hundreds of armor-piercing spines in their upper carapace plates. These spines can be fired in volleys at enemies approaching from either the ground or the air, and mass groups of hydralisks should be approached with extreme caution. Which is fascinating because A, they're the poster child for the Zerg, right? They're on all the art and all that jazz.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the big claws, and they never use the big claws.
It's a good point. Yeah.
Two,
They
that
always spit things.
nothing about that animation or sound effect says spines.
No. It looks much more like puking, as I said.
Yeah, or acid.
Puking acid.
Yeah, exactly. And they fixed that in 2. 2 makes it actually animate spines, and then it sounds like it's like a, kind of like a shooting motion. But it was weird that they picked the range unit to look like a melee monster, as
Yeah.
opposed to like the Zerg.
It makes me wonder, like, did they change that partway through?
I don't know.
Alright, where?
Maybe they did.
Where's my factory? I thought I was building a factory.
You are.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh, stuck in. Welcome to
Base is
Back
under
door.
attack.
competitive Starcraft.
Upgrade complete.
Smoke alerts everything. Run! That's Queen. Kill it. Move that one away. No, the other guy. The infected one.
Oh, what happened?
Never mind. Okay. I thought it might be, that she has an ability that, puts a debuff on you, and once the debuff ends, the unit dies and spawns 2 little broodlings.
Oh, jeez.
But I believe that's just a dot. Damage over time.
Right.
Fortunately, I have the manual.
Good to go, sir.
Queen... Parasites.
Orders, Captain.
Broodlings and... No, I was gonna snare.
Right away.
Oh, good.
Base is under attack.
Good to go, sir.
That wasn't even a,
Oh.
Don't want to repair that.
Target designated.
Burning,
I read you. Roger that.
Also, if you're gonna go vehicles, you're gonna want gas, which means, you get at least 3 dudes into your gas geyser.
Yeah.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
Alright, What happened to my factory?
Where did the factory go?
I just feel like I don't have a factory right
Yeah, you actually do not. Where the frick did you put that?
now. I put it like...
You put it right in the middle, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You can
Well,
destroy it.
look left farther. Maybe they blew it up.
Good to go, sir.
Possible.
Your forces
Wind
are
construction?
under attack.
See, they're coming from. Oh, they're getting dropped in. That's what's happening. Overlords, remember those big floaty things? Those are transports as well, cruiser.
Oh, I
Or
see.
they can upgrade.
Systems
They're fine.
functional.
They can get upgraded to.
Orders, Captain.
Actually, put the SCVs in that bunker.
Yeah,
I think there's only 2 Marines in that one. Right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Orders, Captain.
So when they're out and about, or I don't know, whatever you want.
Roger that.
Oh, they really have to.
Right away, sir. Orders received.
They're the worst.
Orders,
I
Captain.
don't know what to do. I'm confused what I do with my hands.
Yes, sir.
You disappoint me.
Job finished.
Alright.
Oh, I need a machine shop for the Goliath. That's annoying.
Somehow that fits there. I'm not going to pretend like that makes sense.
It does. You got idle SCVs?
Yes.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
I think you have 3 in gas now, don't you?
Yeah, I did. Set with gas.
SCV good to go, sir.
Actually, you look at your advanced structures again, please. Because you're gonna go vehicle.
Yep.
Yes, armory.
Add-on complete.
Those are that's your engineering bay for vehicles, basically.
I see. So...
Faster vultures and spec runs.
Okay, I need armory.
Oh, so it doesn't even need the, oh damn, it doesn't need the machine shop. It needed an armory. What a fool I am!
Where's the SCV?
You put them in the bunker.
Build me another missile turret.
Bullet lower because they're dropping from the bottom here, so I can start shooting them when it gets closer.
Alright, well, we're mining good.
Zach.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, just keep on building supply depots. Happy supply blocked. No one likes that. No one likes a supply blocked base. Oh, build a comp set too. Or you need an academy for that, don't you?
Yes.
What do you need for that?
I think
Reporting for duty.
That's annoying.
I don't know. Whole construction, then never mind. No.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Didn't mean-
Yeah, it's so annoying that when something's doing something, you can't.
Give it a command for after. Okay, fine. Do an academy.
You got a vehicle? You do. Okay.
Alright, so let's get level 1 vehicle weapons. Start putting out the Goliath.
I think Goliaths are sick.
Your forces are under attack.
Top.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Oh no! It's almost nearly dead Goliath.
Yes, sir.
Are you building good buildings?
Orders, Captain.
You got one in there
Right
too.
away, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, but he's building supply.
Goliath online.
Yes. Wait, click on a Goliath. I want to see what their original portrait looks like.
Systems functional.
Much more gas mask.
Yeah, he looks a little bit, more like World War One.
Yeah.
Then this one looks more. That might just be fidelity, though. Like I think they did the best they could with that one. You know, like they made the other ones look like nicer.
Yeah.
I think they pretty much just transferred that one over.
Goliath online.
Yeah, everything's a lot less creepy.
Systems functional.
And just pay attention to the color palette too.
Oh, yeah, the color palette's much brighter.
Nothing, yeah,
Target designated.
a lot flatter, a lot brighter on the colors.
Acknowledge HQ.
Yep, you got it.
Confirmed.
Oh my god.
Target designated.
Starcraft pathing, man.
This is
Your
crazy.
forces are under
You can just lift the steering bay fortunately.
Go ahead, TACOM.
upgrade
You
complete.
lift this.
Yep.
There we go. So it takes off. Like, oh yeah.
So smooth. They call me Smooth Lift Feather Willow.
Your forces are under attack.
Also, what are you doing? That guy just totally ramboed into the base.
He was done with.
He was committed.
He was.
He's taking these
I don't know what he
guys
committed to, but you can also just put the spawn for the factory north here. Just like put it there, and it'll just pop
down.
out.
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did?
I'm
Okay.
used to that, yeah. Well, we're doing really good on resources, actually, so...
Oh, yeah, fine. Brad will build another factory.
I read you. Job finished.
Goliath online.
Did he not build that other one?
He probably got stuck trying to path there.
He's not building. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright, we got a lot of Goliaths. Can Goliaths deal with air?
Yes, they can. That's the great thing about Goliaths. They have rocket
The
launchers.
wonderful thing about Goliaths is Goliaths can deal with air.
Yes. Build a comp set.
Goliath online.
It's still coming out the south end. That's so annoying. Can you even get up there?
Yeah, they can. I just gotta
Can?
go all the way around.
Ugh.
Reporting for duty.
Gotta be more careful when we're planning our base.
This is like
Check the
there
armory.
are billions all over again.
Nope. Vehicle.
Job finished.
So that's interesting. They only give you the first level of upgrades. Still.
Yeah, where's the engineering bay? Oh, that's right. I moved.
I think you're done. Yeah, you got both. You can get in green range. It's nice.
Yeah, range.
Honestly, I don't see why you'd use stim in a game where you can't heal anything. Like, stim is so good in StarCraft 2 and in Brood War because you have medics in Brood War and then you have medevacs in StarCraft 2. So you have these things that, with the army, you can stim and they'll heal everything up real quick because it's only like 5 hit points per unit.
Right.
But,
But if you can't recover from that, you're just permanently down health.
well, yeah, and you have to stim multiple times, and Marines have, what, 40 health? And I think stim takes at least 5, if not 10.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I mean, it's obviously, yeah, it's not good.
It's good if you're moving quickly unopposed, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you kill things, the point of stim is to be able to kill things before they can start shooting at you, so having Marine range, I guess, would be helpful there.
Alright, we got a lot of Goliaths here. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Oh, that's
Go ahead,
not good enough.
Tech.
No? Oh.
Hey, you're at 66 food. I'm close. You can try.
I
You can certainly try.
trust you.
No. I want to watch you
Fail.
go with enough. See how many Goliaths you think is enough Goliaths.
Goliath
It feels like a lot of Goliaths.
It does. There's a lot of Goliaths. You almost have 12. Or no, you have 9. You almost have. You don't even have a full group of Goliaths. At least get 12 Goliaths. We'll see what that gets us. Remember, I ended up using, what, 6 whole groups of Marines
That's right, yeah.
for that last base bust. So.
This so far has not felt particularly challenging, though. Like,
No.
I'm getting a little bit of harass, but it's nothing huge.
Nope, not at all. This is still, I mean, this is only midway through the campaign.
Yeah, no, I know. I just wanted to know the difficulty level still isn't free.
Yeah.
It's really gotten high.
calling
Well,
online.
we'll see. God, that's so annoying. So those queens are flying Zerg casters. That's all they do. I don't think they even have an attack. They might have an attack. They do not have an attack. And they just keep on casting a slow on you when you do. Set your comp stat to like 5 or whatever's comfortable,
Yeah.
where you wouldn't be using units. So then you can just click that and then scan stuff. Yeah.
Alright, well, let's take a look
Particularly
at
for
this
burrowed
space.
units. But yeah, you can also use it not to scout. So those guys are defensive structures for Zerg. Those
Okay.
are called sunken colonies, and that is a
Upgrade complete.
spore colony which will shoot at air and use to kill the ground.
Okay.
So when you get close to those, you're gonna see some spikes just pop out of the ground,
Right.
and those are the sunken colonies, and then obviously the spore colonies. And those guys double as also what creates the creep for Zerg. So they would put a creep. Oh, I thought it was a Zergling. They'll put a creep colony down, and then they can upgrade it to spore or sunken.
Okay.
So it's dual usage. So your armory's done. It's actually a pretty impressive thing for 1998. The buildings all have motions on them, movements.
Yeah.
And when the armory, like when something's doing something, it has a different.
It looks different.
I think so. I think the armory was moving. I'm not sure about that, but that was a big deal.
I read you.
I remember being blown away by that in Battle for Middle-earth, when the buildings were animated. There'd be
Oh,
people
yeah.
coming in and out of them, or there'd be a patrolman on it, or whatever it was.
I do remember
A horse in the stables,
Goliath online.
or a farmer at the farm. And I was like, "This is so cool! Oh my god! Sick! Oh, sick! Yeah. Or like when you won a battle with your troops, they would cheer, right?
Right.
Or you had idle animations. If you left the orcs alone long enough, they would form into a circle and start fighting each other. Like they do like a little fighting ring with two of their members, which and I wouldn't do any damage or anything.
Right. They just.
They'd all be cheering, and two orcs would duel in the middle.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things. I love those games, man. Maybe we should go back and do a playthrough of those.
That'd be fun.
Jeez, I love that game. That also had a Risk-style campaign map, right? So you remember you built an army that was consistent, and actually leveled up. And you could name your units. So I got super attached to my Rohirrim army with all the cavalry.
Alright, I'm building supply depots faster than I can fill in my population. I guess that's good.
That's ideal.
This guy that boxed him in, finally. He's been good to me so far.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, that was it.
Alright. Oh, wait, you can get around that? No.
Nope.
And you can't move him.
You cannot.
He's gone.
Like I said, in
How do I scuttle him?
you do not. You kill him with other units.
Oh, I can't. There's no scuttle button.
Correct. We're old school, my friend.
So he's just gonna be in there. Alright. Too bad.
Just got one lost food.
Yeah, that's fine.
Survive. I actually don't know how Goliaths are in this game.
Online.
Alright.
They seem cool. They look cool.
Navcom locked.
Look at their stats. Pull up their, just like click on one. And armor is 1, and then 12 and 20. What's a marine for?
Comparison.
40 health.
Oh.
What's the attack?
Online.
6. Alright, so it's 2 marines worth of damage. It's got 2 armor to it.
Functional.
Cost gas, and I forgot. I didn't look at the. I don't think they're cost effective, but they're cool. And that's what we care about.
Go ahead.
Cool.
Don't forget vultures too, if you want. Vultures are very fast and actually have an AOE, a ground attack. It's quite good against Zerg.
Goliath online.
Can be, yeah. Just Zerg swarms, right? Little tiny. Remember when I would...
Now you freaking tell me, man.
I think I told you that. I also love missiles hitting something and it not exploding immediately. I remember like in the other one, yeah, when Raynor took like 2 rockets that hit him in the chest.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like, didn't even...
Goliath.
I like these missile turrets like firing into this Mutalisk.
Reporting for duty.
Rocket after rocket.
Do you believe in rockets?
Oh, he's still...
Oh,
He
yeah,
trapped us again.
he's trying, man. You gotta stop. Just give up. Give up on life.
Lay down.
Except for
At this
fish.
point, Jaden is going to just do what he's going to do instinctively, which is lay down and die. Or lay down and give up.
Alright, bring it
Alright, got more vultures coming.
You can get vulture speed if you want on the machine shop.
Oh yeah.
You have the resources. I'd get Spider-Man's too, they're pretty fun.
Spider-Man's. It really makes you feel
like Spider-Man.
Spider-Mans.
Nice. StarCraft 1 review. IGN 2019.
Alright, bring it on.
This game really makes you feel like,
Feel like
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man's. Yeah. How do you think it does with the fantasy of making you feel like a Terran commander?
Pretty good. About as good as most RTSs, I think. Yeah, like it's kind of.
Well, you haven't played Zerg or Protoss yet either.
That's true.
Alright, bring it on.
That's not anything to compare it to, and this is probably the most standard sort of
Reporting for duty.
army, right?
Yeah, turns.
Alright, I'm gonna build another machine or
Factory.
factory.
I can find it there. There we go. Whee! Also gonna. I built a starport at some point because you're eventually gonna need dropships.
Oh, well, really? Willie?
Willy.
Will I Willie need one? Alright.
I'm not really convinced the NORAD needs our help.
Yeah, right.
You know?
This is
Seems like they're fine.
Alright, we're gonna go in here.
Complete.
Wait. Make sure Raynor can't die before you use him at all. Like, if part of the mission is Raynor
Yeah.
can't die, then maybe
Dang,
don't.
those things hurt. Alright. Bring
Raynor and 2
dropships.
So maybe just don't use Raynor.
Okay.
Anytime you're ready.
So that means I need to get you out of.
This is Jimmy.
So go to the group, and then you can just shift click or control click him,
Rainer here.
or just do that. No, it's done.
Systems functional.
Anytime you're ready.
Alright.
So you can just shift click on Raynor there,
Oh.
and he's gone. And then you can just rewind it.
Alright.
Navcom locked.
And then we can add
Channel
you.
open. Systems functional.
Okay. So,
Rainer here.
Goliath online.
man,
This is Jimmy.
this feels like it's not going to be enough.
Target designated.
Get in.
Micro.
Go ahead, Capcom. Target designated. Capcom lost.
You gotta kill stuff fast. That's for sure. Ah, your bolts are so freaking fast. Make sure they don't get too far out in front of you. Yes. Jeez. And don't forget attacking them too, like in this case. Super helpful. Don't target those guys. They don't attack you. Always kill units before you're gonna kill buildings. Never bother with overlords.
Are these overlords?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Never shoot those.
Why not?
They don't attack. Kill things that are killing you. Yeah, always go in the Zerg phase. Always go for the hive first, because that's the only thing that constructs units.
Oh.
All the other buildings just allow them to construct different types of units, but if you kill this, it doesn't matter. Everything's gone. You can kill that egg too. That's gestating. It's gonna have a lot of armor, but you can kill it before it comes out. Then that unit dies. All right. Now you're pretty much good. Now the only thing you have to worry about is more sunken colonies.
Keep producing that.
I think there's so much going.
Base is under attack.
Oh, the base.
Yeah.
Well.
Seems like that went pretty well.
Could have been worse. The thing I don't like is that the pace of the building is always feels better at high speed, but the pace of combat feels better at normal speed.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Goliath online. Channel open.
Okay.
So what do we have here?
What do you mean?
What have you liberated?
Acknowledge HQ.
You sure? You got a new base. You can go set up a new base, get more minerals.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
And new geyser.
Another
Always key.
Yes, sir.
gas people.
When you kill a base, you take it.
Base is under attack.
The shit.
Alright, so this is
So
good.
that's interesting too. Look at the Zerg corpses stay on screen, right?
Yeah.
Like the buildings, like their
Yeah.
horrible, fleshy whatever is left. Rubble is the same thing from the Terrans, actually. Rubble's left. And I think the same thing from Protoss. Remember when my turrets, or my cannons got destroyed in that first scrimmage map? Or skirmish map. They did that.
Alright, so you...
Roger that. Reporting for duty.
Did you select a bunch of them? Is that
Correct.
why? Can they repair en masse?
Yeah,
Oh,
they can. It's the only thing they can do on mass.
I didn't know that. I
The
thought
line's right in between the geyser and the...
Right away, sir.
yeah, but I got creep there. So.
Oh, can you not build on creep?
Goliath
Ooh,
online.
fascinating. Oh. Yeah, I knew that.
Where's the geyser? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the hive generates creep, so the very center of all this creep was, you know, the thing that'll be the last place it goes.
Come on. This is how you play Starcraft.
Is there anything else you could be doing right now?
I don't think so, Greg. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I could be building anything else. Alright, let's build another factory. Or an armory, I don't know. Alright, factory.
Reporting for duty.
Build me a thing. Ah, it's gone now. Yay! So that is really the perfect place for that.
Right away, sir.
You guys can repair. Can you can't zone repair.
Right away, sir.
Oh, God, we're years away from that. What in your... Why would you ever think that would be possible? You might be able to shift command it.
Right away, sir. Orders
Cue it.
received. Right away,
Why not?
sir.
Oh, is it not working?
I can't tell.
Orders received.
I think it actually might work.
working.
Roger that. Affirmative.
You can also just R all of the, shift R, shift
Oh, you're right.
Roger that. Affirmative. Orders received.
R. Perfect.
Waypoint list is full. Okay, so it is.
No, so it is working. Good.
Job finished.
Alright, cool. Good for you there.
Hey.
You guys keep doing your thing. Yeah, done yet.
Never enough. Also, yeah, having a build queue. Oh, I think Starcraft 2 has that as well. Where you can only queue up 5 units at a time.
Yeah.
Which, that's actually pretty unique in RTS. Most other games are not like that.
Report for
Come on,
duty.
guys. You didn't want to get the last one all across.
Goliath online.
I love the Terran music.
Job reporting for duty.
Goliath online.
Orders
Keep doing
received.
it, guys. You know the drill.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're almost out of resources.
Yeah.
Good thing you took that base.
Report for duty. I can't build there.
All right.
Your boys all healthy?
Online.
Yeah, most healthy.
Channel open.
ATV good to go, sir. Orders, Captain. Orders received.
There we go.
Go ahead, TACOM. Acknowledge HQ.
Report for duty.
Systems functional.
Oh, they didn't actually reverse fast as I was thinking.
A single, yeah. That's what you need to have. That's why having a bunch. Eventually became a strat for
Goliath online.
SC2, actually. Tons of SCVs for repairing a single 4, which is one of the big mechanical units you could build.
Goliath online. Comlink online.
You're healthy. Got a bunch of glass down
Go ahead, TACOM. Target designated.
I love the Goliath army. I love it. I think it's great. I'm 100% for it. Feeling good about that starport.
Online.
Oh yeah. Did I build a starport?
Nope.
Orders, Captain.
Goliath online.
All right.
Systems
You're gonna be
functional.
3, and you're 1. You're all
Go ahead, TACOM. Systems functional.
You're also.
Channel open. Systems functional. Channel open. Goliath online. Target designated. Go ahead, TACOM. Confirmed.
Good. Excellent.
Target designated.
Fantastic.
Fall back. This padding is really.
Acknowledged.
We caught between your other. You gotta always move stuff as to both groups together, basically.
Right.
Channel open.
It's the whole army.
Okay.
Confirmed.
We'll make sure they're all together.
Target
Especially with big units
designated.
like Goliaths.
Yeah.
Have an even harder time than Marines will. So maybe I should totally make Marines.
It's alright.
Systems functional.
That's so much cooler though.
Go ahead,
I
TACOM.
have no regrets.
Acknowledge HQ. Target designated.
So remember, what's your mission?
To liberate those people.
Channel open.
Well, what's your actual objective though?
Oh, I gotta like build future ships.
And just get Rainer over there. So you can clear the map if you want, but you just have to clear it enough that you can get a dropship for that area down there. The Gore, so that's a Hydralisk den. Up to less than both Hydralisk. Basically, every Zerg unit has a building you have to build to let you build that unit from the hatch. So there's the Hydralisk building, there's the Queen building.
Resources are under
You think?
There's... what the shit is that? What's that guy? Left click it. Oh, it's an Evo chamber. That's their armory, basically. Or their engineering bay.
Okay.
There's the spawning pool that lets them build Zerglings. If you kill that, no more Zerglings.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Yeah, Zerg are very interesting in that you have one single unit that will, or one single structure that will generate units.
What is the purpose of the overlord?
They're supply depots.
Oh, but they're movable.
Yep.
Interesting.
As well as there'll be dropships too. They can get an upgrade to allow them to be dropships. That's the Spire. That's what lets them build Mutalisks. That'll have air upgrades for them as well. That's their refinery, the extractor.
Oh wow, these are really big mineral deposits, huh?
Yes, yeah, you can click on them and see how much they're worth. Or how many are left, anyway.
1,000, 1,500.
So another interesting thing they did in StarCraft 2 is they changed proportions significantly. So mineral patches were much smaller, but they were worth the same amount. Structures were a lot smaller too. Like, remember how all the Terran structures are roughly the same size?
We're getting there.
Yep.
I am basically playing the map.
Go ahead, attack on.
That's fine. I think you got another base over on your right side you can clear too.
Yep.
Navcom locked.
You know, I think you actually built too many glass.
Too many.
No, I mean, I think you'll be able to clear the map, like comfortably clear the map down here.
Target designated. Confirmed.
Maybe. I don't know.
Designated.
Depends on how big the Zerg bases are. The glass are nice in that they, you know, actually have air and ground attack capabilities.
Target.
And they have a lot more armor. So armor, think about it. So armor reduces damage per hit, right?
Right.
So what's armor good against?
Things that have rapid hit rates below damage.
Yes, sir.
Target designated.
So Zerglings, for example.
Oh,
Attack very quickly. They do single attacks like that, armor is far less effective.
Navcom
This is
locked.
not going well. It's
Confirmed.
not clear how I get up there other than the dropship.
So it's very difficult. It's right there, actually.
Oh, this is.
Yep, there's a ramp right there. See, so the ramps are really hard to see because you don't get any vision until you're up at the top of the ramp.
Target designated.
And the texture is similar enough. I honestly don't think they make it obvious enough.
Target designated.
It's really satisfying when the Zerg structure explodes.
Oh yeah, that's
Even bigger on the
pronounced,
on
yeah.
Acknowledged HQ.
the on the original.
All right, where's my where my peeps at? Where my dogs at? Alright, 2 dropships.
Here, click on your Goliaths and give them an order.
Hold on,
Once you're done
I
doing stuff.
build more Goliaths. Alright. These Goliaths, want me to give them an order?
Yeah, I just want to hear the voices. All right.
Target designated. Acknowledged HQ.
More reverb?
Navcom locked. Acknowledged HQ.
Feel it.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
I feel like it's different, right? It's
Yeah.
a little bit grittier.
Yeah.
The old one.
Can I take your order?
Navcom locked.
Come on, kill it. These things are brutal.
Yeah.
What is the equivalent for Terran?
They don't have bunkers.
Really?
Yep. They don't have any auto-attacking defensive structure. Left click on that. No, never mind. Left click on that one. It doesn't have an attack value on it.
Take out a lot.
I mean, they're good against Goliaths, right? Single target, high damage.
Target designated.
I would not do that.
Nah, we're done here. But, so we got this guy sitting right there. We pretty much have cleared the map.
Yeah, you don't even need to.
We gotta get the drop ships.
You do,
Um,
and you have to get Jimmy over there, so you can just put him in a dropship, or you can just—he's got vulture speed, so he's actually got—he's faster in his bike than the
oh
dropship.
my gosh, it's so fast.
Yeah, vulture speed's insane.
Input coordinates.
Now be careful here.
Really?
I would say, or just go around because there might be Zerg in this area, right? So that would kind of suck if you cleared the whole map and then end up losing on technicality.
Because I've been through
Hang on,
here.
we're in for some chops.
This is where.
There's a classic problem with RTS games that have a objective.
Hang on.
I mean, one, this mission's beatable in like 5 minutes, actually. But you can always just clear. Yes, yeah, that would have been very bad. Look at the map
I
here.
can't.
Oh,
I
you
can't
can.
move. That's too.
Bunch of scourges. Would have blown up.
I'll give you an angle, you slimy Confederate piece of shit.
Jim, enough. I'll handle this. The Confederacy is falling apart, Duke. It's Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up?
Your point?
I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Ho
Your
ho.
forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Edmund.
Ooh, first name.
All right, Mings. You got a deal.
You've made the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake now.
It's a good line.
I can't, but yeah, there's.
It's a big Zerg base.
Yeah. Which makes sense because that was the clearest path to sort of go get them. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
There were actually two different swarms.
They were.
Interesting.
So Minsk is beginning to. What do you make of him?
It seems like he's starting to seem a little less like the rebellious leader of a rebel group, you know?
And more like a what?
More like he's actually just trying to climb up the existing hierarchy.
All done in just audio.
Yeah.
Alright, magic.
What's that?
Magic.
Oh, yes.
Commander, our position has been discovered. As of 2 hours ago, a large Confederate strike force
Where is our
arrived in
position, by the way?
Antigua Common and established a base camp within our defensive perimeter.
And you.
Arcturus Minsk is calling a meeting.
Greetings. I know you're all concerned about the Confederate strike force. But first, we have a grave matter to discuss.
Ah, yes.
It seems
Matter
our
of
data
graves.
discs didn't
Where
hold
to put
weapon
them.
designs after all. Lieutenant
Remember those
Kerrigan...
data discs we got from
You all
Jacob's
know that
installation?
The Confederates run
Yeah.
a program for psychically gifted humans,
Oh.
training them to be ghosts. Those running the program found that the Zerg are attuned to the psychic emanations of ghosts.
So the Zerg are here for you, darling? This keeps getting better and better.
Shut up.
It's
There's been a lot of secret Confederate research surrounding ghosts and the Zerg. What we stole was a small but critical piece of the puzzle. Designs for a transplanar psionic waveform emitter. The emitters broadcast the neural imprint of a ghost, but at a much greater magnitude. These things reach across worlds.
The Confederacy used these psi emitters to lure the Zerg into isolated containment areas. Your colony, Mars Sara Commander, was one such location.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the Zerg are a secret weapon developed by the Confederacy. I'm saying we're all subjects of a Confederate weapons test. Just as they destroyed Korhal with nuclear weapons to establish dominance a generation ago, they would use the Zerg to put an end to their other rivals. Only this time there'd be no outrage. Who could suspect the aliens were their creation?
Remember how Duke was weird about defending colonies?
They'd be lauded as heroes for coming in and destroying the Zerg. It's time the Confederacy paid for its crimes. And I know just the way. Lieutenant Kerrigan is going to plant an emitter at the Confederate base camp. Commander, you will provide her with an escort. When the Zerg arrive, they'll break the blockade for us and we'll make our escape. Now, get moving.
So we're going to go plant an emitter in where?
The enemy strike force has shown up and has blockaded our base.
Right.
Confederates. So we're gonna plant a
Break the
psi emitter
blockade.
in the enemy
Yeah.
base. So the Zerg will go to it.
By the enemy, we mean the people blockading us.
Yeah, the
Confederacy.
Confederacy. Yep.
There's a lot of enemies here, so I just want to be clear about that.
Who are the other enemies?
The Zerg.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess if they're really Confederate puppets, right, or to believe that, then I guess it's all the same enemy.
That is what it seems. But another just story note here. A lot of dialogue there, as well as it's all of our characters interacting, the ones that we know and love. The interesting thing, I think, is again the shades of gray, the morality there in the story. That so far, even the last mission, right, we're now allying. We even have the line, "He's our snake now." I think that's a good line. by itself, but two, like, yeah, just these shades of gray, of there being less clear, breaking down lines of good guys, bad guys, and then now actually utilizing the Zerg as a weapon. For actually perpetrating the exact same thing that we just, in the same dialogue. Yeah, exactly. And it completely, so Mengsk's hypocrisy is actually very well laid out, in my opinion, here, even at this point.
I'm having doubts about this, Arcturus. I just don't think anyone deserves to have the Zerg unleashed on them.
I know you have personal feelings about this.
Base is under
You
attack.
can't let your past cloud your judgment. Carry out your orders, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Your past.
Yes.
What past? Oh, shit.
I read it.
Stop that.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. I'm ready.
Do we have any other units here? We're preparing this.
Insufficient breastfeeding gas.
Nope.
Base is under attack.
Okay, is it worth trying to hold on to this? Oh, now it's Kerrigan dying. Come on. Oh shit, those are the dead list. Oh, it's the side bidder.
I read it.
Science Center and Stark World we left on.
Your forces are under attack.
Jeez. God, I thought. Wasn't that Jim's line? I've been waiting on you.
Base is under attack.
God almighty, really?
Wow, so this is a harder mission for sure.
It's like, what the heck is... Oh, do they have tanks? They have tanks now, don't they? Get up there! Get up there, Marine! Yep, thank you. Alright, so this is interesting. They start us off with bases that we can't hold. And then we have to draw back. And hopefully retake those bases. But, I like that.
Base is under attack.
I'm ready.
And this guy just gotta survive.
Is there any way to heal the
Kerrigan?
ghost units? Wow. So, before the medics, you just could not heal people.
Nope. Nope, people are really gone. Alright, so just have to survive Kerrigan.
I'm waiting on you.
Kerrigan's probably got it pretty good. Yeah, she's got a pretty good shot. She's got spider mines. There we go.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, let's get our SCV army up here.
Orders, Captain.
This is a lot nicer to play when it's not.
SCV, good to go, sir.
Like that.
I think. Wait, can I use this? No. Can you build things? No, you can't build things. Alright, I'm gonna be on supply depot duty.
Roger that.
I don't really need a whole ton of right now, but
Block duty, any power.
supply duty depot. Go there.
Report for duty.
How are we doing on? A bit slow. Boom, boom. Nice, that's an interesting intro. That's annoying, right? Annoying as heck to have to lose things.
Yeah, immediately.
And have it be.
That's a nice base to your right, though. Like all those.
Wait, all the minerals.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. With a tank overseeing it, which is not cool. Which probably means I get tanks. Hopefully.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Um,
We haven't seen siege tanks in campaign, right?
Nope. Not yet. I was like, oh, we have science vessel. So these are our flying casters. They're detector, mobile, and then they have defensive matrix, which you cast on a single unit and basically is a shield, reduces damage to it.
Okay.
And then you can upgrade it at the science facility. You get the EMP, which
Base is under attack.
Something on your mind?
pretty much does what it sounds like. I think it disables mechanical units and drains energy. And then irradiate is a dot that you put. I don't know if it's an area by itself or if you like put it on a certain unit so it carries it with them.
Okay.
But that's what it is. So.
Orders, Captain.
In the meantime, do we have a factory? Oh, I thought I saw a factory. I did.
SCV, good to go, sir.
God, this base layout sucks. You can sit there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we can do. What you doing?
SCV, good to go,
Let's
sir.
see. Tanks. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's black. Yes.
Insufficient breastfeeding gas.
B R. B.
Bro, where's your gas fan here? Oh,
Oh, I already have one. Well,
Orders, Captain.
we'll split you three in. All right, we're starting to get.
Yes, sir.
I really shouldn't box this guy in. That would be bad.
Your forces are under attack.
Cloaked foes. Not cloaked foes. Oh, it's a Wraith. Shit!
SCP good to go, sir. Receiving headquarters.
The Wraiths can cloak, right?
Right.
Give me some to shoot.
Shit. I can shoot top.
Go, go, go. Implement orders.
Kerrigan, kill it.
SCP good to go, sir.
Kerrigan, don't die. Oh, God.
Wow.
That was close. Did it just target her? Why would it target her?
We have you on visual.
Alrighty, so.
Go, sir.
Means we need more missile turrets. Is that T?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Are turrets detectors?
Yes, they are.
SCP good to go, sir.
Hide in a bunker somewhere.
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest. Maybe she just sits in a
Not
bunker.
be here. I also need a more mobile force. Alright.
Reporting for duty.
Do that.
Yeah. Transmit orders.
You over here.
Jacked up and good to go. Something on your mind? Give me some to shoot.
That's decently defended down
You
there.
want a piece of me, boy?
I think I remember this mission. So stupid. I should have
We have you on visual.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piece of me, boy. Jacked up and good to go. Jacked up and good to go. Job finished. I read you. You want a piece of me, boy? Reporting for duty.
Oh, upgrades. Oh yeah, we have two. Super.
Add-on complete.
You want a piece of me, boy? Orders, Captain?
Armory.
Yes, sir. SCP good to go, sir. You want a piece of me, boy?
Sure do.
Let's move.
Alright. Doing alright here. Feel like we're stabilizing. Oh, we do have an engineering bay.
SCP good to go, sir.
I'm gonna go Marine.
Orders, Captain? You want a piece
Or are you gonna go siege tanks?
I'm definitely doing tanks.
Yeah.
But I'll do tanks Marines. So we need something to shoot air.
Right.
SCP good to go, sir.
Tanks.
Not enough minerals.
Orders, Captain? You want a piece of me, boy?
More minerals, baby. Oh damn, tasty
SCP
minerals.
good to go, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna SCVs now.
Yes, sir.
Actually, if we're only at one.
Job finished. You want a piece of me,
A
boy?
lot of times if you have, you can go all 3 upgrades, then
You'll build multiple armories.
it's actually worth getting there. Just get a science facility up just for the sake of. That way we can have more science.
More science.
More
Just
science.
More science.
Just more science in general is really what we're looking for. I just really love science. And I'll get my academy and Terran's have a lot of buildings, man.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like there weren't this many in alright, it's going all tanks all the time. Which is not wise.
Not enough minerals.
So the tanks are very gas heavy. Super
Yes.
gas heavy. They're kind of the big, huge Terran. Unfortunately, Wraiths do not really do a whole lot of damage to ground. They're primarily anti-air.
Okay.
Really far better as anti-air. How many of these do I got? I just want a full group of Marines, so 3 more.
Ready to roll out.
So annoyed by that. Alright, that's still gone. Science. Do want an academy as well. Put down here, engine bay.
Yes, sir.
You.
Want a piece of me, boy?
I do not want to see you, boy. Okay, you're doing fine. What's all this? Energy. I'm curious about this. How much energy does it have now?
Transmit orders.
200. Will it bring it to 250, or will it mean that it starts with?
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
that
because
either.
that in Starcraft 2, all of those upgrades for energy are always
Retroactive.
No, it'll start. It's not like total energy. It'll start with when built.
Bonus energy,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. All right, it's only one. Oh yeah, I want my academy for range. That's why I wanted you. Oh god, that sound effect. Oh yeah, siege mode is O, and then tank is also O.
It's just a toggle.
If they would have had those with 2 different keys, it would have been a lot easier to control.
Yeah. Often.
Upgrade complete.
What was that, armory, or... What? Oh, we got level 2 infantry shit. Look at that.
Nice.
Is that all of my tech buildings? I think it's everything, right? Because you got, like, your upgrade buildings and the armory and the engineering bay, and then you got your production buildings, and then each production has, like, another thing with it.
Right.
Or I guess, well, there's just the science facility and then the academy.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, I don't know.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
How dare you? Much. Ooh, boy, we're running low on shit.
More upgrades.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yeah, I just want upgrades. Force multipliers.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
We're gonna do that, and you're gonna go mine more gas. Why not? We've done all the things they need to do. We're gonna wait for this. Nope. Alright, 4 tanks is pretty good.
Is it?
No, but
Okay, I was gonna
it's
say.
not. I mean, it's not.
Told
bad.
me 12 Goliaths wasn't gonna be enough. You're going to
Well,
have 4
check how
tanks.
much cannons are gonna be doing.
How much? Oh, wow. that's
70.
a lot.
Yeah. So another thing is, remember how like for Marines it's just +1 for damage.
Right.
For tanks, it's +5 for 1 upgrade.
Wow.
So different units do different things for upgrades.
Right.
But it'll always say, which I really like, it's very clear. There's one nice thing about Starcraft, right? Remember, I explained the whole damage, everything to you in like 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
With armor, damage, and then upgrades. And
Right.
here's how you find all the information. Super intuitive. Quite nice. A lot of RTS games are not good at that.
Well, when you're having multiple types of armor, multiple types of damage, it gets really messy.
That is correct. Alrighty, so we are gonna head south here. Take that other base.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's check on our science facility. It does. Alright, so that is actually max energy.
Okay, cool. That seems like much better then.
Yes, yes. Armories. And tanks also have an attack on siege, it's just there's so much better siege.
What is it sieged?
What do you mean?
What is their attack siege?
70.
Oh,
On siege is
that's,
30.
I see. It's more than double sieged. Wow.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, let's hope. Oh shit, I might lose science.
Greetings, Command.
Greetings.
I read you.
Alright.
Give me some of this shit, sir. We have
That's
you
fast.
visual jacked up and good to go.
There's 1 tank, right?
Wow, you can just move in here, huh? That's pretty nice.
Well, yeah, there's a tank on the high ground there.
That's right.
What's the best way to do this?
Receiving headquarters.
Science vessel? Can tank shoot the science vessel?
It cannot, but science doesn't have any attack.
Right, but that way you can get visibility and then you can see them.
That's a good idea.
Excellent.
Or I could just cater.
Transmit orders.
Upgrade
Give
complete.
me some of this shoe commencing.
Come on. Get it. Get it.
Let's roll.
How far? Oh, you have a leech. That's stupid.
Commander. Greetings, Command. Give me some of this shoe.
What's that? They didn't put the science vessel in too?
Receiving
They didn't? That's because he was too derpy. How can I even see you? You can't see.
Receiving headquarters.
That's dumb. You shouldn't be able to see.
Affirmative, sir. Let's roll.
Well, that worked.
Give me some of this shoe.
Outstanding.
Receiving headquarters.
Yeah, so you can see getting vision on high ground is super important.
Oh, yeah.
I got better range, better ammo. Alright. Not good.
Cool. Then
Wow,
you
that was a
move
lot
into
easier
space.
than I thought it was going to be.
One tank.
Base is
Significant.
under attack.
Uh-oh, no, not my base. So we're good? No, we're not good.
Oh,
Shit,
God.
I forgot that. Maybe. Yeah, not quite, actually.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
What about your bunker? This Marines.
Yeah, it does, but totally fine.
Base is under
We're too far.
attack.
Give me some of this shoe.
But then again, it does take these guys a long time to do anything.
Proceed. Delighted to
Everybody repair!
Orders received.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, look at the range on these Marines. Jeez. Good lord. I feel like a numb nuts.
A nooble.
So let's leave some people here.
Insert your other base, and that way you can become self-sufficient. You need to borrow everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Proceed.
Proceed. Alrighty.
You have 3K mineral ore.
I do. Shit. Yep. The other hugely newbie thing, which is when you're attacking, you stop producing, which you should not do. Always be producing forever. Till the end of time. Marines and tanks. Marines and tanks. Marines and tanks. Marines, and we're out of minerals.
Yes, sir.
And
Roger that.
much of this stuff left. It's a lot, guys.
Base is under attack.
That works. Oh, come the hell on.
Destination. You want a piece of me, boy?
I think we'll be alright.
Identify target. Standing by. Go, go, go.
They're gonna set my...
Ready to roll out. You want a piece of me, boy?
You think I didn't shoot the SCV?
Receiving headquarters.
What time is it?
I read you.
Got it.
9:37.
No.
I read you. You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh shit.
Roger that. Orders received.
You were really worried about boxing him in?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's got the data. He's the one I gotta get. He's the magic SCV right there.
That's what that shield means. I wasn't sure about what that meant.
Where?
The shield symbol on him. I don't know. It looks like shields. The symbol on his model.
Oh yeah. It's a data core.
I see.
Should be playing like this. Six. Two. I think we need all of these Marines here, but. Anyway, oh yeah, my engine here. Oh my god. Oh dude, we have full upgrades too.
Level 3.
This shit right here. Good stuff.
Orders, Captain.
You can come down here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
We're done here.
You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go. Let's move. Orders, sir.
That's what they were gonna attack that.
I can't build there. Transmit orders. Ready to roll out. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
That's not fair.
Research complete.
Give me some of this shit.
Sir!
Orders, Captain? Yes, sir? You want a piece of me, boy? Affirmative. You want a piece of me, boy?
Do they have an explanation for the unit differences between the two games?
A little bit. I mean, time has passed, right?
Okay. Sort of a generic, like, things got better over time.
Yeah, there's many. What the? How
did that
it go
happen?
from?
Siege them. Just attack from up there.
Yeah, that would probably be better. Too late.
Orders, sir.
I guess they just come from right here.
Great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna siege right here. Nobody in or out. Oh. Wow.
Greetings, command.
This is so nice. This is a little bit like Pee-wee's Big Adventure or whatever.
Ready to roll out. Affirmative.
Alright.
Identify target.
That's a lot of tanks.
That is a lot of things. You know, I'm just gonna leave this group.
Maybe a bunker up there?
Yeah, just a couple bunkers. We don't need to leave this whole group. It's not worth it.
Jacked up and good to go.
Dun, 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 dun. Damn it.
Orders, Captain. Roger that.
Bunker. Couple bunkers. Two bunkers. Bunker here. Just gonna have there. And we're gonna build one more missile turret. And that should be enough.
Orders, Captain.
Okay.
I read you. Job yes, sir.
Turret.
Orders, Captain.
Another what's bunker? You? Of course. For
I read you.
Unker.
Unker.
For Unker.
Uncle Cracker was my favorite band from the. Oh, just in time. Look at this. Oh wow.
Wow, yeah, those little
little
three
attack here.
upgrades. Those little three upgrades are really good.
I don't even think we have three. I think we just have two. The range helps a ton. Oh shit! No, don't care about
That's
ships.
what you want.
I want vehicles. I'm so done. I want
that baby, Diego.
baby Diego.
I read you.
What a strange movie.
So weird.
How did they pitch that?
Ice Age.
Like
Report for duty.
band of misfits
I read you.
tries to like secretly kidnaps a child. Is that what happens? They find a baby.
a child. I don't know if they kidnap it. I think they were trying to return it to its
Yeah,
family.
to its family. But like
Upgrade.
Diego was secretly trying to eat it, right?
Complete.
And it was like his big come to Jesus, like, actually, I'm not gonna eat him.
Yeah, I guess
I'm gonna
so.
like be loyal to my family.
Was he gonna eat him?
Or like deliver him. Why didn't he want to just kill? He was supposed to
don't
deliver him to the.
remember.
Oh, this is awesome.
You want a piece of me, boy?
There.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I don't want a piece of it. Why are you so aggressive? I just want to build things. Okay. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Please don't.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay. Alright, feeling pretty good. Okay.
Not enough minerals.
No,
Where are you gonna move first?
where do we have to get? Right here?
Probably that thing.
You want a piece of me?
I want to kill everything.
You want a
But,
piece of me, boy?
probably that way.
Checked up and good to go. Report for duty, Commander. I read you. Piece of me, boy.
You know, I think we got enough stuff. Delighted to serve. We got a whole thing of tanks.
You got a whole thing of tanks.
It'll be 3, and I should have 2 things to Marines, I think.
That's a lot of tanks.
We're going this way. Yeah, that is a lot of tanks. That's too many tanks.
Too many.
Standing by.
That's
Outstanding.
interesting.
Go, go, go.
I do, it doesn't annoy me trying to select groups of 12 at a time. You really have to be careful about how you build. Oh my god. What the? I told them all to go here. This is.
I can see why they ended up in the opposite direction.
You can see. And I lost the tank, didn't I? That's great.
Well, I have to the SCV to repair that tank.
Excellent. Yeah, I will. I think that SCV was blocked. Excuse me? And you guys just stopped.
I get confused easily.
Yeah, yeah. That is basically the
Your forces
Starcraft
are
1
under
in
attack.
short here.
Standing by.
Science vessel not even used. Here's my move.
Standing by. Commander.
Is that wrong?
The science vessels don't have any pathing problems.
Yeah, air works great in this game.
Outstanding.
I'm just gonna leave you the garrison.
Let's move. Jacked up and good to go. Commander.
Oh, we actually had 2 extra tanks. Tanks are worth it. 4.
If they want to break into your base, they've got to go through like 2 or 3 Marines. There's no way.
Let's move. Transmit orders.
I don't think they're gonna.
Actually, science vessels in 2 are they're medics for vehicles. Which is nice.
Oh, interesting.
Should be a health bar option, I swear. Isn't there not?
Kind of like an SCV.
Yeah, it's but it's like at range. It has like a healing ray. Really? There's no health bars?
Nope.
That blows my mind.
Doesn't look like it.
Ah. Trying to build around.
Don't think it does anything in windowed mode.
Yeah, probably not. Wow, that's disappointing. I'm disappointed.
Destination.
Alright, where is my wounded tank? There he is. I have found him.
Give me some of this shoot.
Hibbit, hibbit, hibbit.
Jacked up and good to go. Rock and roll.
Oh, I don't have stem.
Can you snap to a group? Okay.
Jacked up.
Oh.
Double click. Or double tap.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That seems like a big deal.
It seems.
Wraith.
Wraith and float, why not? In case we have to kill a lot of air units.
You only have one science vessel.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
during
true.
an issue at some point.
It's just a detector, so. But yeah, he's kind of Muppet-like in some ways.
Yeah.
Base is under attack.
Kind of weird. What's that noise? Oh, that was Kerrigan's gun, wasn't it? Yeah.
Kerrigan's in that bunker. Oh, shoot.
Research complete.
That should help. No!
Now you gotta destroy that. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen eventually because you can't control where they end up.
Nope. Because they build all around it, right?
Right.
Which is so stupid. Why did they ever think that was a good idea? I think I speak for us all when I say, wow.
Right away, sir. Orders received. Give me some of this shit.
Research complete.
Okay,
I read you.
try this again.
Orders received.
Jacked up and good to go.
Yes, sir.
That should be fine with the tank there, too.
Affirmative.
Okay, now we can actually go.
Destination. Receiving headquarters. Excellent. Yes, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
I'll just watch the King Spears. Pop!
Wow.
Moving.
Jacked up and good to go. Go, go, go.
Orders, sir.
Commander.
Fire Marines. And science vessels.
Give me some of this shit.
Destination.
Give me some of this shit.
Dude, no.
Commander. Standing by.
Get our rates detectors?
Wraiths?
Yeah. Interesting. So rates can't shoot other rates.
No, yeah. If they don't have signs, if they're cloaked, yeah.
Yeah.
You have 2 Wraith armies that are cloaked.
Forces are under attack.
I'm going to write about that. Hopefully everything does. Oh.
Let's move.
Got it.
Go, go, go.
This is a big face than I thought it would be.
Rock and roll.
Ouch. Siege guns are so fun.
Let's move.
Just locked everything.
We have you on visual. Give me some of this shit.
Nice little stealth back.
Forces are under attack.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot tanks have splash. Right.
Yeah. So they can hurt your own units.
Sure can. Very often do. Kill.
Upgrade complete.
Tanks aren't bad by themselves, yeah.
Give me some of this shit.
Destination.
Give me some of
Your
this shit.
forces are under attack.
Pretty much just move up into an area. Like I'm just gonna move my tanks here
And just make them siege.
and then siege them up. Just reuse Marines for coverage. And everything's. Oh my god, we're done. So we could clear this map, but it's getting about time, isn't it? I just want to blow things up.
Who does? They're still coming, man.
Yay. Oh, battle. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is bad. Battle cruiser. Battle bruiser. Quickly, Marines. Stim. Good.
Wow.
I mean, that's more just the damage. Those Marines would have killed that battle cruiser anyway. They did kill it a little bit quicker, being
Right, I think I'm still just impressed at how the weakest unit can kill the ones.
yeah, isn't that weird? Oh, no, too late. You're dead. Shockwave. Boom. Radiate. No, don't steal him. I don't know how long this shield lasts for, but I put it on. I really should micro more. Best thing you can do with tanks is leapfrog, right?
Right.
That's... And they do take a while to siege.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, if you have them in a group, God, that's annoying. That's one thing that modern RTSs are so nice for. If you have them in a group of Marines,
Oh, you can't see.
I can't siege them, right? Uh-oh. Dropships. Marines. All 8 of my Marines.
They're disappearing. Oh, raids.
No! Uh-oh. Don't want to do that. Well, I think that's going to be about it for today.
It's gonna take Ghost
I
over.
failed.
Forces are under attack.
You need to get yourself a vessel over there.
Awesome. Things that can shoot the giant. Oh, this is fun. To radiate this bitch. Pretty good.
Decent.
We have so much room for a base. Did we destroy a base or something? No, we didn't. Didn't even get all our upgrades done. Poor thing. Oh yeah, we got raced. I forgot about that. We're right there anyway. Alrighty. Kerrigan, who is almost dead. What do you got? 81.
Wow, 81.
2 Marines worth.
Thinking the same thing.
Your
Are you
forces
now?
are under attack.
No, nope, not that way. See?
Jeez.
Be careful.
It would suck to lose
Just gonna
her.
go ahead and cloak her.
She has an SCV following her. I don't know if that's intentional.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
That's it's the data disc, right?
Oh,
Did we get hurt? Marines.
Standing by.
Attack.
Jacked up and good to go. Give me some of this shoot.
Oh, we have no 2. 2 is wiped out to a man.
Oh,
Second
wow.
battalion. I got 3 boys left.
Outstanding. Rock and roll. Let's move.
You know, it's the funny thing too, like the disconnect between the story, which is, hey, we're blockaded and we can't break out unless we get to this one spot,
And
which
then
is
you're
like
clearing the map
Yeah,
with like
they
dozens of tanks.
very easily have killed everything on this map at this point, right?
Right.
I really don't like that is right there. It sieges all the way on the other side of the keyboard. So when you've got your left hand and all your stuff over here, you have to... I wonder if pros would have done this. Or if they could...
You can't rebind any of those
Not
keys.
in these ones, I don't think. I'm sure they modded it. Oh, I never did.
I'm ready.
Yep, you're also almost dead.
It wouldn't be
Also,
too...
stealth is probably a lot easier to see when it's not remastered. Remember how when it was remastered, it was just kind of this like...
Yeah.
In I think the stealth version, they didn't. There's no effect for that, right? So it's just like a
Figured unit.
Yeah. Oh, I wanna tank
Your
everything.
forces are under attack.
Really?
Commander.
GG.
Alright, switch back into HD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
so
the
we can get
thank you.
if there's any sort of...
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, that's... yeah.
It'd be a pleasure. Psi emitter in place. Just promise me we'll never do anything like this again.
Oh,
One time
yeah,
Whatever
definitely.
it takes to save humanity.
Oh.
Our responsibility is too great to do any less.
Forgot about saving humanity.
Oh, yeah. It's all about that.
Oh, I can't do GG. GG. Gist of G's. I like they remastered. They redid the art back here too.
Yeah.
Marines. I know I don't care so much. I lost 7 structures, 36 Marines.
Yeah, you did.
Alright.
The story continues. Oh, they didn't have any
No,
information
wait.
for this one. No, this is good.
No, it is. It's
This is HD because the text is.
no, but we were supposed to have the pictures. Remember when we turned off the original campaign option?
Oh.
That's it. Zerg lured by the Simon, signal descended upon the unsuspecting Confederate forces, annihilated. Once again, the Protoss fleet under the command of Tastar came and blessed the planet.
Okay.
So,
Greetings, Commander. Receiving.
that's interesting that they did that way instead of a cutscene. Or even like an in-game thing, right?
Yeah.
Is close at hand. Before we can strike at Tarsonis itself, however, we must break through the Confederacy's most potent defenses. General Duke will
Duke
brief
looks
you.
different.
I've defended Tarsonis in over 30 major battles, so I know its defenses inside now.
There
There
was the
are
capital.
3 primary orbital platforms that serve as staging areas for the Confederate fleet. If we assault the central platform, we should cause enough of a ruckus to allow a small force to break through the planetary defenses.
General, I'm impressed. I never figured you for the frontal assault type.
Well, Confederates have Omega and Delta Squadron troops defending the
Like his
platform.
voice actor.
They're nothing compared to my Alpha Squadron boys.
Right.
End of briefing.
Good thing Jim was here.
Yeah, right.
Just to cast doubt. Also, I enjoy the whole, like, okay, we, like, liberated one colony, and now we're moving on the capital. Like, time for the big push.
Yeah, right.
Like, we've had
That's a good point.
The classic RTS, you know, like, and that's the problem with sci-fi scale in general, right? Like, in every other setting, everything takes place on one planet. You can have whole wars and decades and centuries worth of history that happens.
Right.
And, like, you take one battle in sci-fi and the whole planet is yours, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not how scale works. So what we're gonna do is change that option back so we actually get the
Yeah, that makes sense.
so we can see those nice. I think it'd be cool to see the little
Yeah, I
added
do
stuff.
too. I think it's interesting. I mean, especially if it doesn't like spoil
Nope,
or
it's literally the
anything,
exact same
change
text.
anything.
But yeah, it's also interesting, right? In terms of resource allocation, they literally just had text for this big, amazing, like the Zerg swarm descends and breaks through its blockade, and the Sons of Korhal escape.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awesome scene.
Right, and they just have it in text.
Yeah.
No CG or anything.
Or even just like in game, right? Like they'll do this in other games, right? Where they plant it and then a huge Zerg force comes and assaults this base that you couldn't get to, right? So that you couldn't
Right.
clear it, and you get to watch on the map as this Zerg destroys it, and then you hop into dropships and fly off, right? Like that would be super easy way to do that without any cinematics.
Right, but instead they just have it over text.
Yeah. So anyway, I do want to keep on calling into attention the stuff that StarCraft 1 doesn't do well.
Right.
Or just some timing and era level stuff. But StarCraft 2 would never do that to you.
Right. You'd be able to see those scenes.
Yep, you get to see all the kind of stuff. Which isn't... You know, I'm going to be talking most of the time when we're comparing the story and the overarching plot in more high terms in terms of if it's a good story or not. In terms of just as a good game, right, there's always the arguments like it's a video game story, why do you care so much about it? It's just popcorn, you know, entertainment.
Right.
Which, my response to that is always look at these old games where it wasn't.
Right.
And that worked great, and people loved it, and this generation was built on these types of stories.
Right.
Right? This is what I grew up with. So now, these new ones, like, it doesn't have to be one or the other, in my opinion.
Right.
But there is something to be said for, yeah, just badass cinematics and beautiful, I mean, you know, just Blizzard artists are so good.
Oh, yeah.
And everything in StarCraft 2 is so well polished. And there's something to be said for that. People playing through that, you know, if you got a kid playing through StarCraft 2 today, you enjoy way more than one.
Oh, yeah.
Can't stop. One's pretty much just nostalgia at this point.
Yeah.
So,
and the story, like
yeah, right, yeah, or
but
people, you know,
there's a lot of
adults
people
basically,
who don't
right?
go to games for stories.
Yeah. But this is a good start, man. So
I think we might have to break the stream here.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
And we will be back for. Is this going to be the final mission?
No, we got 3 more.
Got 3 more.
I think.
Okay, cool.
Two
Well,
or
so
3
we'll
more.
probably have a couple more.
Maybe just 2 more.
streams.
I think it's this one, and then there's going to be the final Tarsonis mission.
Okay.
Where we push into the capital, and we will see the plot thicken.
All right.
I don't think of Sean when I said it.
Right. All right. Until next
Excellent.
time.
Bye, guys.